YouTube, welcome back. It has been some time, honestly. We kind of hit the point in Aethermancer where I kind of felt like we'd seen everything there was to see. We beat the game on the highest difficulty. I guess I could have gone through beating the game with every single character, but I just didn't really have the intrigue to do that. And I said I'd be back when they put more content in the game. Well, here I am, I'm back, so by process of elimination, they've added more content to the game, and you can already see one of the content things added to the game. There's a new playing class, so you can now play as the Alchemist. I don't know what the base character's called. I'm sure it said, oh, the base character's now called this, like the Summoner or something. But anyway, we've unlocked the Alchemist, and they play very differently from the base character from what I've seen. Again, I don't want to get fully spoiled for this because I wanted to, like, experience it for the first time. But equally, I'm not completely blind. I'm, like, partially sighted going into this. I'm aware the gimmick of this character is they take parts of the creatures and, like, build a creature together with the bits and bobs from other creatures. So it's like build your own monster type of a character. So I'm intrigued to see how this will actually pan out. Also, they've added some more champion enemies to the game. So we could catch some more guys. You can change your class either near the cliff or in the pause menu in Pilgrim's Rest. You cannot change your class during the run, so choose wisely. That's fine. I'm okay with this. So why is there a slime here, by the way? Excuse me? Who's this guy? where's this? Has he always been here? This little green guy? Also, wait, why are you here with me? Oh, do I save my team? Were you my team in the last run? It's been like a month since I've played, so apologies if that was like my winning comrades of the last run, but I don't remember you anymore. Okay, so I can change it. Ah, this didn't used to be here, so class ability Void Adept. So Aether Tamer is the base class, and now I can become the Aether Alchemist. We have the class ability of Infusion. You may use monster shrines for infusion, which lets you change the active monster's elements, types, or signature trait. Start with an additional monster soul. There's some upgrades here, which I think. Oh wait, are these from the? Wait, can I buy more stuff? Hold on a second. We're obviously going to pick this guy, but is there more stuff for sale here? Oh, wait, have I not spoken to this guy since I beat Chernobog? I'm getting more lore. I found a monster deity, am I certain? Yeah, I'm pretty certain. I beat you like 12 times in a row. It'd be really funny if there's like a secret, final boss I've not been fighting because I've just not been interacting with the lore of Alioth. Really hostile? Yeah, pretty hostile actually. Okay, I mean, I like all of this, but I want to experience the new character. Can I see your wares, please? I can now change my stretch before entering the void. I assume this is just changing the character, right? Maybe that law's only here now because of the new character. Okay, I'll do you one more time. I wanted to mention something you haven't earlier regarding Heck and Madness. Oh, do tell. This isn't the first Madness I've guided. I've had one before quite a few years ago. Interesting, Madness are quite rare. As far as I know, only 3 have been documented so far, at least recording to Aquila's records. Makes sense, I've wandered quite far from civilization in search of undiscovered monsters to guide towards ascension. Madness was one of them. I remember it vividly like it was yesterday. Standing on a mountain cliff, I could see its entirety, towering over the ocean. It granted me a full view of the body, right as it started ascending. Fully materializing takes an unthinkable amount of power from Madness. So this was the last parting gift to me, his last breath before departing. I deeply treasure the memory. You're truly an outstanding Aethermancer. If you'll ever find the time, could you perhaps visually capture that moment for me? I'd love to, but maybe later. We have more pressing matters. Exactly, we want to check out the new update. Okay, apparently I need to, like, go through this guy's lore at some point, but for now, not interested. So, is there more stuff here? Oh, wait, there's some stuff that's locked. Wait, I didn't catch everyone? I thought I caught everyone, unless it's been added to the game. I'm missing someone? Okay, Infusion Jumpstart. The first infusion per run does not deplete the monster shrine and doesn't use a soul. The monster selection is rerolled afterwards. I've got 3,577 things, so you know what? I could have experimented from absolutely zero, but I'm just going to take the upgrades now. Reduce corruption gain from infusion. That seems useful. And do I want to unlock free souls? Merchant always sells a monster soul. And always sells it for free. That seems like a really good deal as well. Okay, so we've done all of this. So who did I miss in the blank mementos? Because I thought you... Where are you? Did I have everything soul bonded to you? To be fair, there's a new elite, so it actually might be the new elite. In fact, I think it is the new elite. Just based on positioning, because I definitely would have noticed 2 missing. Okay, who knows? I don't. Let's just get into the run. Also, I'm forewarning you right now, because I want to see the new character, like, in more detail. I'm not going to put it on Mythic difficulty. That seems like not a great idea, especially when I'm learning what the character actually does. I will meet you in the middle, though. I'll do a heroic run. Okay, how does this work? How does this work? That's the next question. I guess we'll grab some we've not really seen. Is that even an option anymore? We haven't really seen cockatrice too much. Gargoyle we never ran. No, nor did we run Golduck, actually. Or Jotun that much, to be honest with you. Or Mephisto. Mephisto was like the last one we got. You know what? We really, really never interacted with this guy, right? The Gargoyle. I think I caught him and was like, I'm not interested. Earthen Striker. For every 15 shield this monster receives or applies to allies, applies Sidekick to self. Sidekick attacks of this monster consume more Sidekick stacks at once to deal a combined damage to the enemy. So you just want to pass shields around. I see. Okay. I mean, I don't know how this all works yet, so, you know. Oh, I've also got the shiny form, right? Do I want shiny form or normal form? I really don't know. I mean, I kind of dig this blue color scheme. But I guess the point is, I'm going to eventually, like, fuse them with other monsters, so it kind of doesn't matter. So this is the same still, right? It's just this is different. Okay, you know what, Shifted Gargoyle? I'll start with you. And you still don't get a nickname. So what I want to know is, how does this work now? Because I know the whole point is fusion, but do I only get one creature? Alchemist can use infusion to replace an attribute from one of your party monsters with an attribute from any of the monsters available in the monster shrine. However, just as Rebirth, this uses up a soul. Additionally, Infusion corrupts the party monster you use it with, based on which attribute is changed, so use it wisely. Press R to swap between Infusion and Rebirth. Okay, so it's probably a good idea from the get-go just to rebirth a squad, right? You know, let's have 3 creatures from the get-go. I want to get rewarded for shielding people. Do you reward me for shielding people, or are you only debuffs? I think you're debuffs, right? You're Schadenfreude. Yeah, it's debuff stacks, not buff stacks. So the shielding has no real synergy. But you are like you're a damaging dealing unit. And I guess we haven't really seen you, so maybe we'll grab Mephisto. Sure, it's aside. We'll grab Mephisto. We could grab the very, very funny form, though. Wait, what does shifted version of this do? Sorry. Oh, yeah, it changed it from terror, right, to poison. Yeah, it's from terror and... is it called Doom? I can't remember what it is. It's been, as I said, it's been a hot minute since I've played this character. Okay, you know what? Let's take shifted Mephisto and we'll see where we go from there. Because I'm kind of intrigued by... like, I feel like if I can just infuse any creature onto any other creature... sure, that makes the game easier, right? That's like my logic. Assuming I don't just colossally fuck up somewhere. I just don't quite see how, like, I make it worse. I mean, I guess famous lots of words, but... are you absolutely sure you should be in here in the void, Mern? The void tends to corrupt all that it touches. Oh, nonsense. I bet your monsters are hungry. They're hungry for more monsters. I can give them corruption, gives them some worthiness. That's actually not a bad deal for me, to be honest with you. I'll do it on Mephisto right now. Because I need to get these guys leveled up, right? And that's just a ding. So more poison damage on the worthiness level up. And it's halfway through a second. Ding. Oh my god, it's the cat. It's my favorite creature. Can you come close to the rock, please, so I can void blitz you? Thank you very much. I can't remember if I can do earth damage, but we'll go with this. Because this guy scares me because he can do a lot of crit stuff. I was going to say, surely you can do earth. You're the gargoyle. So let's break you. And I was the first unit to act, so I put a status on me. So I need to be a little bit careful with Mephisto, because I keep forgetting that he puts debuffs on yourself as well. We also need to grab someone that can do healing, because currently no one can do healing. And I'm going to be like putting statuses on my own units, which feels pretty bad. Okay, I think that's your ass, right? Oh, wait, maybe it's not, because I think it... Oh, my god, I fucked up, I think. Yeah, it has to be Aethers in action. Okay, that's my bad. So the burn stack won't trigger. To be fair, it's still not the end of the world. I just won't waste my mana here. I think I needed 2 attacks either way. And I don't need to do redirect, because I was already getting attacked. And now I've made your redirect stacks somewhat pointless. Again, you're not attacking right now, which is fairly annoying. So I guess poison slightly better for me to put on. Also, overconfidence is already a serious killer. Just be a little bit careful here. We have potions to heal with, I think, right? We have the potion. We do have the potion. So don't Omega Greed this. I'm pretty sure this kills him. Because you'll die to bird, right? Yeah. Okay. Scepter. At the end of your turn, applies 1 temporary power to self. You're probably the one that's going to be attacking the most likely, so I guess you could take the power. An altar is a huge stone slab. Is this just lore? It's just lore. It's not the real slab that actually does something. Okay, they say money doesn't grow on trees. Not the trees in this realm. They all have money on them. Oh my god, they really do. Oops. What do you do again? Void Meteorite. Ah, you give someone an elemental affinity perk. Which is your basic attack generates another Aether of that element, right? I don't know what I'm desperately in need of right now. I'll just whack it on the gargoyle, I think, for now. The gargoyle probably doesn't attack that off. Actually, maybe I'll do it on Mephisto. I'll put it on Mephisto. Fire or Earth. Let's take Earth, because I've got 2 units that need Earth right now. And if we're going to grab another Poison Lord, I'm probably going to have another guy that wants to do the poison. The Earth, even. Okay, you're an interesting enemy, potentially. Can I do water damage? What was I doing? I was doing Earth. What about my brain? No, I was doing Earth, Fire, and Ground Earth. I don't know what it's called. Wait, Earth, Fire, Ground. Am I stupid? Wait, am I only doing Earth and Fire? I think I'm only doing Earth and Fire. I think that's what's confusing me. I don't think I've got Wind or... Yeah, because this is a redirect, so I only have Earth and Fire. Fair enough. Okay, we've caught Alt Form Taxelworm before, I believe. We're not going to attack the chicken right now. When I get the fire up, then I'll attack the chicken. And honestly, Tattooworm, you're just helping me. You're putting all these debuffs on me. Thank you very much. Alright, let's break the chicken. Really softening it up. Getting nice and tenderized. Probably should have considered whether or not I need to do a heal here, but I think we're fine for the heal. Okay, what is this you doing, sorry? Putting dodge on yourself and 12 damage. So I'm okay with that for now. We are approaching the point where it's not acceptable. Right, 1 unit down. And I can't really break you. Maybe I'll just put the shields on for... Oh, wait, I can just kill you. Let's overthink this. Okay, and the important levels. For every 3 wind aether consumed by allies, apply sidekick. On attack, deal hit with damage equal to half this monster's shield rounded up. Or whenever sidekick is applied to this monster, generate a random aether. I can see this being pretty good for me because I think eventually we want to start putting shields on other units. And when I do that, because of my ability, and then because of that I'll be getting sidekick, and then that'll turn into aether as well, so I don't think it's great for me right now, but I'll take it. For every 5 burn applied to enemies, shields all allies for 3. I mean, that's just synergistic with what I'm trying to do. For every 8 debuffs applied to allies, turn into wild aether. Whenever a debuff stack is applied to this monster, it applies the same debuff to another random ally or enemy. This is really scary, but if like everyone else on your team can work with the debuffs, it can be pretty good. I think actually I'm going to take Burning Desire though. Again, neither of these I can really work with right now, but I think in the future we can do something. And that's the first floor, right? Yeah. Okay, so where do I want to go? Do I want to go to Envoy, random NPC, or the Knight? I think the Knight, from what I remember, gives you items, and I wouldn't mind some items. Also, I think we should rebirth another guy. I probably would like Mandragora, whatever it's called, because I would like someone that can do some healing. But I guess we could fuse something onto someone to give them healing. So perhaps we do something like Medusa instead, because I think Medusa has got gimmicks that work with cleansing debuffs and applying debuffs and stuff. So yeah, Retaliate. Cleanse a debuff from self. For every 5 debuffs cleansed from self triggers an attack that deals 1 to 5 earth damage to all enemies and applies 4 affliction. What does your alt form do? Sorry. Shifted version. Oh, it just changes the damage, right? It's Earth Wind instead. And you're poison, whereas the other one is Terror. And it has weakness on it. You know what? I kind of get behind this shifted squad. I do need to find healing. That is... Oh, actually, I say that as well, though. But Burn would be quite nice, because then I just grab a... Can I see my units, probably? Did I just grab an ability on you that wants you to put Burn? Yeah, Burning Desire. Okay, sorry. I would have liked to take you with Medusa creature, but I think I'm going to take Charoof instead. And lean into the Burn. What's your other ability, sorry? Whenever one or more Burn stacks are applied to an enemy, break a poison them. Okay, that is the combo wombo. Also, just while I'm here, I now have Earth, Wind, Earth, Fire, and Earth, Fire. So, my coverage, not great. But, again, we can change the coverage, right? That's the whole point of this, I think. So, next will be really interesting. Because we'll do some fusing. Fusing? We'll do some fusing on the next floor, and then hopefully it'll all become more apparent. What do you want to say to me? Ah, so you're using the power of that fierce foe that usually hides in Forbidden Fortress to your own advantage. Clever. I speak of none other than the dreaded Gargle, of course. Now that one packs quite a punch. Speaking from personal experience. Okay, do I want the salve or the rare armor? At the start of your turn, shield self for 3. Burn hit percent goes up. I mean... Actually, it's kind of slightly awkward in a sense that... You kind of want the shields, right? Yeah, because every one I receive... And I guess the burn percentage doesn't really matter, right? Because it's on hits. So I might hit them with just base attacks. So actually, I think the shielding is more important. Though it's really minor, it's only 3 shields. You know what? I'll take the 3 shields still. We could potentially shuffle this around anyway later. Okay, it's shiny cockatrice. I will try and blow it up. Actually, it's going to be a really scary battle because there's a lot of debuffs getting applied from these guys. Which is good for Mephisto, but it's kind of scary because Mephisto's going to put debuffs on me as well. So we're kind of all debuffing one another. So you're a Burn Lord too. You have the exact same ability, in fact. Okay. I've also not caught this variant of cockatrice, so you know what? Get in the, I don't know what to call it, the list, the spreadsheet. No, that's another game. Just get in the squad. Okay, start taking a lot of poison. We might need to heal Mephisto at some point. I do need to attack the unit at the front as well. I guess I'll use this to kill you. We might have to heal middle unit here, aka Mephisto. I can't break right now. This guy's pretty spookerific. Actually, you're both really spookerific. You know, let me work on Tattleworm, because I think he can get him off the board faster. Okay, I think for safety reasons, I'm actually going to do this now. I'm not sure I desperately needed it, but I think next turn I might need another heal anyway. On Charoof, whatever it's called. Because he's going to take this AoE poison hit, and then he's going to get hit by Tattleworm as well. And then the Slime Dog's going to do AoE poison at the end of the turn. Yeah, that's a lot of stacks of poison on me right now. However, this should be giving you a buff, right? Because this must be more than 10 stacks of poison. That's what we need, right, for you, Mephisto? The first ally and first enemy that use an action get poison and burn. The monster gains damage and evasion for every 13 debuff stacks. Oddly specific at 13, but... And currently there are... I mean, there's 9 on the enemy side, and there is... 18 on my side. So actually, there should be 2 triggers of this on this guy right now. That's your ass. I could have done this smarter again, I think. How much are you doing? 10 and poison. Again, I'm going to have to use the flask here, I think, to be very, very safe. Oh, I could have broke you. I'm dumb. How could I have broke you? Sidekick. Okay, fair enough. Alright, it might have been a waste of a flask then. Because I don't think he's getting another turn. Albeit, I would have got very low. Skill reroll, never upset to see that. There's another fight over there, which I'm probably going to want to take. I never really got to the situation where I was like, oh, do we not want to fight an enemy? I sort of always just went balls to the walls and like, I'll fight anyone that comes my way. Oops. Okay, let me get these guys. So it's the chicken, it's you, and Tattleworm. You're kind of scary, but if I can kill the other ones fast enough, you're actually not that scary. let's go with this. I am a little bit concerned because the corruption, normally the way I deal with it is I just AoE heal turn 1. But I obviously have no healer right now, so I can't actually get away with that. So the damage is stacking up between battles. Okay, so currently, oh my god, hold on a second. You're taking 10, 9, 19. I think I can make this work still. I'll start with healing, but I'm just definitely trying to save the potion. There is a chance that this is a bit of a misplay, because I can't heal twice on a turn, right? And now 2 of my units are quite low. And they are still getting attacked. Okay, this is the chicken's ass. Because you'll die to the burn. How much are you doing? 12. So I think, again, I might have to be safer and just take the heal. But I don't, strictly speaking, need it yet. Actually, if I do this, I'll take one of the redirects, which actually might be fine. Let's use the gargoyle to protect my other units. Because it's not just the damage now, right? As I said, it's the corruption that's going to be in builds. And yeah, the other thing, he's got sidekick right now, so you have to be aware of the sidekick damage. It's not something I can just purely ignore. Oh, Purge and Aether. I actually didn't realize you had a Purge. That I should have paid attention. Nice crit. That gets the kill. And I guess, again, I'll take the redirection into the shields just to stop my other unit getting corruption. This is Master. Okay, I'm not going to kill this guy this turn. I'm 99% certain because I don't have the air damage needed. Or wind. I can, over the next 2 turns, break you though. He says. No, I couldn't. I didn't have the energy. Fair enough. The Purge does nothing here. And now we can definitely break you. And a base attack will kill. Okay. Not the clearest opening, like, 2 floors I've ever seen. But Truth... are you just called... Yeah, Truth. Truth gets a level. On crit from an ally, it deals 3 wind damage. Wild damage, sorry. That could be useful. Crit chance goes up on every 3 crits generate wild Aether. For every 3 Aether consumed by allies, applies burn to all enemies. You know what? Fuck it, we've not really done like a mono-type build before. Let's lean in that direction. I don't know how well it's going to treat me on the final boss, but... We get a land. Converts the element of the first hit of each attack into wild damage. Enjoy. And was there anything down here? There is. Blessed Pond. Yeah, we definitely should cleanse the corruption off. In fact, I think I'll give you the 20 gold to give me maximum corruption cleanse. I probably didn't need it on every unit, but I certainly needed it on my 2 quote-unquote attackers right now. That's really not a secret thing. Oh, there's another fight as well. Okay. Right. This guy, and I can't see Jotun. Jotun's too far away. Okay, let's deal, I guess, by the illusion of choice with this Wolpertinger. It is pretty scary Wolpertinger, to be fair. I should really check as well. What does Jotun do again? I can't actually remember what your abilities are. I remember the Wolpertingers get a cheat attack and do purging stuff. But what do you do? What's Rhywind again? Whenever damage is dealt to this monster's shield, deals a combined water wind hit to the attacker with that much damage. Okay, that's pretty annoying. On wind action from an ally shields that ally for 4. Okay, I see. Well, we definitely want to break first and foremost. If I can break and purge to stop you attacking, that would be fantastic. Not sure I'm actually going to get that to come through, but... Oh, I can break Jotun as well. Let's take a double break then. I normally don't do this because it's pretty scary, actually. I doubt I have the damage right now to actually chew through the enemies, but... Maybe we can take Wolpertinger next turn. Also, I forgot, my Gargoyle's got a low percentage chance on a base attack of Burning, which could actually turn into a removal of your poise. Alright, time to break you now, before you do your cheat move where you copy me. Take you out. I don't want to say, you know, famous last words. We should be okay, I think, from here. I doubt Jotun can put up enough damage. Although, I guess if his shielding gets out of control, we could have an issue. There's only shield left, right? So as long as I'm, like, chewing through the shield, we're kind of golden. This is your ass. Because you'll die to burn. You generate fire, right? Yeah. So I'll hit you with this. I love the kick sound effect, and then you get broken by this. Turns out actually I'm Jotun's worst nightmare. I can break full poison fire right now. Okay, apply Psychic to self, reactivates target ally. Ooh. Wind damage against target enemy, which might be what we need to take, because I actually don't have any way to do wind right now. I need a bit of coverage. Or shield self for 12, applies redirect to self, retaliate, trigger a 2x5 Earthfire damage attack against the enemy. I think I want to... Do I want Aerial Strike? It's not really what I want to do with you, to be honest with you, but... It would be nice to be able to break wind. I know, giggity. Bonfire heals all allies for 8, puts 2 burn on all enemies. Okay, I mean, we don't have a healer right now, so it'd be nice to have someone that can heal. Gas Burner, 4x4 fight earth damage against target enemy. Applies 1 burn for every 4 debuff stacks amongst all monsters in combat. That could be so unbelievably powerful, but I don't know if I can get there immediately. Cleanse up to 6 debuff stacks from this monster to deal 5 damage to target enemy for each stack cleansed. I really don't want to have used the support, to be honest with you, because I want you to be, like, outputting the damage. You know what? Fuck it. I'm taking Gas Burner as my big win condition. Someone else will have to find a heal. I'll fuse something onto them. Is this a secret? No? Really? Okay. Right. I think that's the map then. It is the map. Okay. So the next one's going to be interesting, because this is the first time I think we can do fusion. Also, I see an Aether Spring, I take an Aether Spring. That I didn't forget. Goodbye, type away. Okay, so how does this work? We have Cockatrice, Jotun, Grimoire, Nyx, and Sphinx. If I push R, I can change to Infusion. Choose monster to infuse one of its attributes into a monster from your party, replacing its own. So I think I need to select something and replace something with it. I know this is not very descriptive, but bear with me. Like, for example, I think I take an action and replace the action, or I can take the type and change the type. But I don't know if, like, I could change, like, the actual thing which is a type here. Like, can I put heal on one of my units to then get the heal pool? I think let's for science this. Because Whenever this monster receives or applies a heal, applies poison to the enemy with the lowest amount of poison. It's just a little bit scary, right? Because if I get this wrong, I'm like in a world of hurt. Like, I want someone to have a supportive ability. Actually, what about you? What does Exalted do again? Start of your turn, applies sidekick to this monster and applies 1 essence to its attached minion. I mean, the sidekick would be nice, right? Also, can I just take the basic heal? I guess we just have to for science this. Also, can I take one of your traits? So I wouldn't mind Nourish. Okay, let's take Nyx, because I think I'm okay with most things here. And if worse comes to worse, I'll take your Element, maybe? Hold on. So I can take the type off. Okay, this could be interesting. I guess the other way of looking at it is I could put burn on all my units. So I can change the ability. Interesting, they cost different amounts. So yeah, I can change the type. It also seems like I can change both versions of it. I think I'm looking at both versions of it. Now, this being said, I know this is really stupid, but I might take Sidekick off my Gargoyle, turn him into like a shield healing tank. I don't know. Hang on, is any of this intelligent, what I'm doing right now? Because I think I have to leave Schadenfreude's stuff alone, right? Because he needs to apply debuffs for Schadenfreude to work. And I know he's called Mephisto. Scorched Earth. Why am I calling you by your abilities? Sharuf, I actually don't need critical on it. That's not where I'm building the build right now. Purge is also not necessarily where I'm building the build, but Purge is actually really strong. Burn has to stay on it because of Scorched Earth. Earthen Striker, I don't think is that important, but I kind of like, I want a tank unit. But basically, I think I'm going to take heal off you. And I'm going to replace critical, I think. Yes. So now I've modified my Truth. Yes, my Truth has now got heal as a type, which I think means when it levels up, it will pick from the heal pool as well. Okay, let's see if this bears fruit going forwards. At the end of each combat, gain 2 extra gold or cleanse corruption. It's sadly not the one which gives you experience, which is completely broken. I think as a best second place though, removing corruption is not that bad. But we'll take the water option. Boots. Increase evasion. I don't mind it, but I guess actually on Mephisto it's not bad, because when I get to a really high debuff state, you get evasion. You know what, I'll do it. Mainly because I don't actually have a good heal. Also, it's kind of relevant. This item's not going to be here for that long. Also, where are the enemies? Where are the bad guys? Actually, are they the bad guys or am I the bad guy? When I think about what cruel, unusual experiments I'm doing to my squad, perhaps I'm the baddie. Do I want to give 5 health to a monster and release a soul? I now have to be a little bit careful here because releasing souls stops me from fusing. And it's the whole gimmick of this character. That being said, 5 health is 5 health. And I'd like my redirector to have as much health as possible. Dragon, can you stay away from me, please? I also can't really deal the damages to you guys. You're like my nightmare squad. Okay, let's go for Green Dragon. Because, yeah, I don't have water damage. I'm going to have to just burn through you guys. Also not caught Green Dragon. Okay, so if I generate fire and earth, I can do this. But this isn't actually that good right now. But I've not seen it, so I kind of want to do it. Excuse me? Why did I not generate a fire there? Oh, you can't generate fire. Okay, so that's a bit of a kick in the nuts. Let me ignite you then. So you're attacking top for 9, bottom for 6, bottom for 6. If I get a burn off here, it'd be very, very nice, because then it'd break one of the units to save me some damage. The alternate form is I just shield. I think I'm going to shoot for the dude. Okay, I didn't hit my 12% of what it is to a burn. I have somehow staggered him on the retaliate, which I'll take. Okay. I do kind of want to save some mementos for later, but surely I'll find another one. I really like the green dragon as well. I think it's a really cool color scheme for dragons. I like the green forms. Okay, so let me hit this guy with my big hit. Which was a burn across the board, which also removes a poise from everyone. Now, you can also do this here. I don't quite know. Oh, it's staggered because I burnt you. Okay, hit the 12% burn chance. And then I guess we just don't super care. The dragon's going to die to burn when he... No, he's not going to die to burn, actually. I do have to hit the dragon. Okay, I'll hit the dragon. I was going to say, all you're doing is purging me anyway. That does give you some temporary power, though, right? That's the whole point of you. You do supportive maneuvers, and when you do a supportive maneuver, then I cry, basically. Try and break the dragon. I don't know what it is. It just won't ever grow old, this sound effect. Right. So you're not going to have to do fire. Like set in stone at this point. Never mind. I don't quite get how I'm breaking people still. I don't know where this is coming from. Am I just critting? Is that the thing? No, sidekick doesn't matter anymore. And then you... Sure. Do the purge. Ruin his day. Really ruin his day. We just slapped him. Skull. Whenever this monster applies a debuff to an enemy, 20% chance to apply another stack of the same debuff. Cannot trigger with itself. Poison hit is 50%, initial shield is 5%. Welcome to Mephisto! This seems like a great, great skill. Now, does anyone want the boots? I think the answer to that is actually no. I was only really willing to do it because I could have stacked it. The evasion this is. Right. There is a shiny chest there. Kind of hate these birds. But, you know what? Let's deal with this guy first. As long as you don't hit the birds, it's kind of fine. Or, like, when you hit the birds, as long as you break them until you hit them, it's okay. It's just when you hit them and don't kill them. That's when they start to, like, stack up damage. Alright, instantly I can't do a wind move because I generally no wind aether, which is pretty cool. Let me purge the dog. Let me burn the dog. Hello, Vang. Oh, you can't even redirect anymore. Okay. Let's punch the dog. You have two devil dogs at the same time. They're not exactly the same. It's kind of what Pharaoh is to Pidgeot. They're both normal type birds, but they're legally distinct. Wow, I didn't generate a fire Aether. I need you to generate me some fire Aether, if you don't mind. Actually, maybe I just break the dog. Yeah, let's just break the dog. Okay, chickens, what are you up to? You are both up to some shenanigans. 12 damage and redirect, and 12 damage and redirect. Well, the redirect is not going to be an issue in a second, because I'm just going to attack you. Who do I want to break? I guess we'll break you. You barely could have offspring, yes, but they would be infertile. That's my belief. Oh my god, I put so much burn on them. Alright, you gain some temporary stats. And you have redirect, so the first attack isn't going to hit unless I hit everyone, but I can't do that, so it's literally out of the question. How much earth do I have? Not enough to feel happy about things. Let me give you one of these. So I did attack on a different enemy, so that's not triggered redirection. That's my fault. Okay, well, let's do this now. I actually know what I was thinking there. That was actually a horrible play from the get-go. I mean, I need to finish one of these units, so I guess I'll deal with the dog. You still have redirect. That's a good point. I've horribly beans this turn. I got a kill, to be fair, but it's not the one I wanted. Ah, okay. It wasn't too bad at the end. Because of the burn timing, good enough. One of the main changes, I'm playing as a different character that can fuse monsters together. That's the big gimmick. So, for example, my Charoof right now has got healing as one of their types, which they're not meant to have. Okay, so this now has picked up Natural Cure. Heal target for 18, cleanses 4 debuffs, and removes 4 corruption. Now this, oh, you've also got gas burner, but I don't need 2 of them. 3 times 2 water earth damage against target enemy, heals all allies for 8. I do like that as well. And actually, I need water as well, so I might grab this. But some way to, like, I need to find some benefit to putting debuffs on my own characters, because I don't really want to remove them off. But at the same time, I can't let them get out of control. Do I fuse them at the start? I fuse them when I go to the shrines. I'll show you in a minute. Actually, did I use this on this floor? Wait, can I do this multiple times? I didn't even think about it. So in the top right now, I have Rebirth and Infusion. Rebirth replaces the monster, right? Or I can infuse it. And if I infuse it, I use a monster soul, and I can take one of its... I can take a trait, a type, or an element off it, and put it onto one of my units. So for example, if I wanted Tides of the Void in one of my creatures, I could take it. If I want Lamentation of Woes, I can take it. Actually, I'm kind of interested in putting Lamentation of Woes on a unit. Would that not be really, really strong? Because what have you got right now, sorry? Gargoyle. That's right, every 15 shields you get Sidekick, but Have I removed Sidekick off you yet? No. But I wasn't planning to remove Sidekick off you. Infinite possibilities, yeah. I can't but think, my gut, and it's super early, so don't, like, quote me on this yet. My gut is this is going to be so grossly broken that it's, like, actually untrue. It might take a while to, like, figure out what the most broken combo is, but I feel like you could just break the game. Yeah, I don't really need redirect traits, I think. I mean, I guess I've got this. Yeah, I guess I made one of my traits bad then. But fuck it. I mean, this is actually really minor. I could turn into Lamentations instead. take the shields, take the tanks, and eventually remove sidekick, and I guess maybe change sidekick generator. Because we sometimes get the opportunity to do that. You know what? Let's do it. Let's embrace the gimmick. I get to pick which one as well, right? I can take the shifted one or the non-shifted one. I think I'd want the non-shifted one, actually. So let's do this. So I infuse Medusa. I want Lamentation of Woe. So yeah, I can take the signature trait as well. Oh, when you do this, it puts corruption. That's like how it's meant to be balanced, but I don't think it actually matters. Let me just quickly check this again. Earth, water, yeah. I'm happy with earth, water, because I actually like water damage right now. So we're going to take Lamentation of Woes off you. And I'm going to stick it onto you. So now the Gargoyle has Lamentation of Woes instead. Which means it should always attack first as the new game plan. Because then it'll get the Schadenfreude a debuff. And have the ability to cleanse it off. And it's not a huge amount of cleanse, so it's going to make Mephisto worse. And actually, it basically removes... This is how I should look at it. It removes a debuff off me, but applies 4 debuffs to the enemies. What does Lamentation do again? If I have 5 debuffs cleansed off this unit, I trigger an attack that does 1 to 5 Earth Water to everyone and puts 4 Affliction, and Affliction just copies a debuff on them and reapplies it. So basically I trade my debuffs for debuffs on the enemies. And get another hit. And crucially, this unit has got Redirect. Also, if it retaliates, it cleanses a debuff, so I can force them to like do it. In the form of Redirect into Retaliate. But yeah, this probably has no use anymore. This should probably go away eventually. I'll try and find... When I get the ability to remove a trait or change a trait, I should do that one. So again, I could do another fuse now if I wanted to. So we have Wormling, Naga, Tatzelworm, Mandragora, and this guy. Wait, what was your ability again? Isn't it broken? This monster can copy the last action and use it once, with its cost replaced by Wild Aether as a free action. I guess the whole point of this is you need like your full action thing, so it doesn't really work that well. Primeval Blight, what about that? Crit apply poison, and it gains crit chance for every poison starts on enemies, which could be like theoretically possible. I think I'm not particularly intrigued in this. I'm actually reroll the monsters because I want to either get fire. I think I want to get fire. Okay, I didn't get fire. I've got some interesting builds. What about Glutton out of interest? Regeneration heals this monster for 10%. Okay, I need regeneration, right? That's the point of Glutton. So I can't make Glutton work either. When another allied minion dies, generate Wild Aether. Whenever one or more shielded allies gets attacked, triggers poison on the enemy and applies force to the attacked allies. What about your shifted form, sorry? Weakness. Yeah, I need more. I need something that applies more burn. I think that's the gimmick now. I just fully lean into burn. So it's a bit of a waste, but I'll do nothing. Single target attack applies 2 weakness. Poison damage goes up, water damage goes up. The broken chain is still in the game. We should take this for free. Honestly, I'm not sure this actually moves the needle enough for me. It's not... Actually, it's pretty good. Actually, pretty good now that I think about it. Okay, I'll take it. It's almost certainly better than this. Actually, probably better than this. In fact, I think it is better than this. We don't have a percentage chance to burn, but that doesn't really matter. This unit doesn't attack that often. I guess I'm not attacking that often, so maybe this is actually the better option. Or I put it on you. And then put the skull in Charoof. Though the skull is better, like... The skull's effect is better than Mephisto. It's great. You take the toe. Then I would like to take a Black Memento. And I guess I'll buy this then. Okay. We spent fairly heavily. But hopefully we'll be fine. Would you like to do battle, sir? You're the shifted form, right? Oh, I haven't got this form of shifted Ravager. Okay. You're a Ravager, right? Is your name? Yes. Alright, you're a Bleed Lord. For every 13 critical or wild damage dealt by allies, applies bleed to the target. Sure. Terror application +1. At the start of your turn, does a wild damage hit with 9 damage for 5 more terror. So I don't want to let terror stack on myself. And also, you have increased crit chance, and you generate Aether on crits. Okay. Theoretically, I shouldn't be that bad at you because I can deal with the debuffs to some degree. Okay, so you have to go first because you want to get the debuffs put onto you via Mephisto so they can be cleansed off, and also you want the redirect. So let me do this immediately. Then I want to put as much burn on this guy as is humanly possible. Because every time I burn you, it removes the poise. Now, the 11 debuff stacks in the game. One's going to get removed now. But that's fine. We'll eventually turn it into a good limitation turn. You really need to generate another redirect for me, sir, but... Sadly, you've chosen violence. Okay, never mind. I can break you. Let's take the opportunity now to take a heal as well. And before I do this, I know we should catch the new creatures, but either way, we're always progressing the game today, right? Even if I'm catching shifted forms, it's not the end of the world. So yeah, so Mephisto should have a damage up right now, right? Yeah, so it should be +1 damage. You need to do this. Admittedly, the redirect is a bit awkward here again. I can only redirect one of the attacks. I guess this is where we purge then as well. And Mephisto can do some poison. Lamentation triggers. More affliction. Okay, now this is where things get a little bit scary. Oh my god, 10 terror. So he's going to start hitting me. But I stopped it for as long as possible. Okay, you take the redirect. I think you just push this button every single turn, to be honest with you. I can't generate a fire on Earth. Can I purge you off? I can't really purge you off, right? Nope, I can't purge you off. I can't count. Mythic's still the highest difficulty. I think Mythic was the highest one, yes. I'm not on it. I'm on the second from highest difficulty. Whichever one that was. Okay, we get bled. The Gargoyle gets hit really hard. But he's on 80 health, so we could probably break it next turn. In fact, we definitely can break it next turn. You know what? Break him, heal. We could probably just go all in at this point. Let's tell the horses that we rode in on, though. Let's get the gargoyle to take the hit. But I'm pretty sure you died the bird anyway. Yeah. Okay. Good. So far, so good. On attack, it deals a hit with damage equal to half its monster shield rounded up. Whenever an ally triggers sidekick shields both attackers for 4, for every 15 healing this monster receives or applies to allies, applies sidekick itself. I really don't want sidekick abilities, so I'm going to get rid of sidekick as soon as I possibly can. And I don't know if shield hit is what I want. I think I'm just going to reroll this. On wind action from any ally shields that ally for 5. Instead of shields on allies vanishing at the start of your turn, half of all shields are retained rounded up. Or as long as this monster's redirect, it gains +1 defense and 1 shielding. It's really good, but... Wait, no, it's actually insanely good. I want you to always have redirect, so it's actually the best thing by a country mile. Okay, we take Protector. Whenever an enemy gets attacked for the second time in the same turn, triggers burn on them. On action, if the action applied debuffs to enemies applies those debuffs another time to the enemies and to self. Scary. Whenever allies heal for 50 or more in the same turn, triggers poison on all enemies. I probably can't get this to work. This I could conceivably get to work. It's just whether or not we could do better. Well, I think we could do worse, is the real problem. Let's do rapid fire. Also, I assume that triggering the bird is go. Oh no, it's on an application of burn, not triggering burn, right? That it removes poise. Okay, you have burn. On support action, applies temporary power to self. On attack, transfers all power and temporary power to select every other ally. Actually, could be insanely good on this unit as well, but... Oh my god, my brain is melting. What have I done to my units again? No, you've got Lamentation of Woes. I'm never doing that. But I want to get Sidekick off this unit. So either way, I'm going to use you for your burn. Sorry, you for your burn. And I'm going to remove Sidekick. And I'll keep Shield and Tank on. That's acceptable. And I did this way around because I'm going to go Cleanse Corruption now. So it was literally no harm, no foul. Alright, in the shop, on support action, cleanses 1 debuff and applies 1 temporary power to target ally. Could be so insanely good on the Gargoyle. I get the debuffs applied to me, I start cleansing them off. I trigger Lamentation of Woes. Lamentation of Woes applies Affliction. So it makes up for it, basically. Also, I'll take my free soul if you don't mind. We'll take out Blank Memento if you don't mind. Oh my god, I should have bought the skull. Wait, this might be a bit of a throw. This was like way more valuable. Hold on, is there any money here? There's not, right? No. Alright, I fucked up. I mean, to be fair, I think we're already in an okay position, so I'm not going to be super upset by it, but... Yeah, that would have been probably better than the skull I've got. I'm actually going to buy this and actually downgrade, because I think the drum is actually better than the armor for you in the long run. That gives me the money back! Hold on a minute, I'm a genius, I just didn't know it. What's your skull actually doing, sorry? It's only 20% and the other effects don't matter. So we just like for like the skull, right? Fire damage goes up, which is what we want. Earth generator is probably what we want as well. We lose the initial shields, but who cares? And I could buy experience here, but I don't think I need to. Okay. Knight, Envoy, or Epic Loot. I'll go for Envoy. I think my loot's actually okay right now. It looks stupid having a common drum, but it makes a lot of sense on that unit. Tank Shield Age. So I guess now the only other question is, do I want to change my elements? But I don't really see the full benefit of doing that. I guess my abilities are in pools of not just the skill, but also the elements used to, like, play the skill. So, for example, like, I might be getting power traits and stuff from this, or power actions, but it's only going to be giving me ones for the elements I've got. So I guess that's the reason to change it. Okay. So what would I want to do? I could turn my gargoyle from earth to water, which I know sounds really weird, but it's a gargoyle, right? It's kind of like, its whole thing is being made of stone. But what if it's made of ice instead? You know, a nice watery ice-like substance. It'd be less tripping over the toes of the other two units as well, which would be quite nice. I guess the other flip side is I could change one of these from Fire Earth, since I've got Fire Earth and Earth Fire. It would also change the elements I generate, which I guess is the other thing. It's also blue. True. And I do need someone to generate some water for Vampiric Seed to trigger. And you don't really need this. I don't actually care about it anymore. I just want you to push the raw button, turn after turn after turn. So you know what? You crazy son of a gun, I'm kind of in. So I want water, right? So let me take your element off you. And I replace earth with water. So now I think I will generate a water Aether instead of an earth Aether, especially when I attack. But also I think my abilities will become more water focused. We'll see how it works. Do I want a Rudder Command that becomes epic? Or an Aethermancer Whip? I mean, the Aethermancer Whip is by far better, so I guess I'll take it. Just purging in this game is so strong. Oh my god, it's Shiny Charoof. Okay, it's Shiny. This guy as well, Cool's favorite enemy, but it's Shiny Charoof. Also, I might have caught the Shiny Chef. Yes, I have. Okay. My only slight issue is how do I break this guy? But I guess I break you via Vampiric Seeding you. Also, we should really have looked at what the turn was going to be. Alright, I somehow staggered you again. Is Charoof doing a wild damage hit? Is that what's going on here? Is this how I keep breaking you? Also, I literally did follow the rule. The rule being that you should push this button first every single time. To be fair, I guess I couldn't follow the rule because I didn't generate an air. Okay, so that's my other issue right now. I don't have air. Okay. I'll just focus you down. Yikes. And those chefs do be cooking. Okay, you have to push this button. It's non-negotiable. I think you have to push this button as well. I think it's virtually non-negotiable. True, my favorite Aethermon. I think his ability is really, really strong. I don't know if I've got a favorite one. I really like. I know we've not really used them yet over this playthrough, but we used them in the demo. I do really like the Mephisto as well, or Schadenfreude as I often call him. So it's kind of my dream team. Except for the Gargoyle. I don't really have any affinity to the Gargoyle. Probably hence why I keep doing scientific experiments on him. But yeah, I'd probably say I've got like a 3 prong favorite. I like the slime as well. I think the slime's really cool. Okay, we need to break a unit here. I wouldn't mind healing again, but... that's a lot of damage. Oh, you're summoning someone. Let me stop you doing what... I can't stop what you do what you're doing. Actually, no, I could stop you doing what you're doing. That was not a problem. Right? I was going to say, we should apply enough burn to stagger you. And actually, you don't need to do the redirect because you're already getting attacked. So I could just swing with you. And then apply the temporary power to my other units. Again, I got my ordering wrong. I need to keep remembering I need to use the gargoyle first, ideally. So that they get the debuffs. Kind of doesn't matter in this case because you have a lot of debuffs on them anyway. So maybe it's fine. And now Mephisto should be hitting like an actual, like, truck. There's so many debuffs across the board. Like, you're dead before your turn starts. You have 8 burn on you. Unless you go first. But actually, even if you go first, I think you're dead. Actually, that might not be true. Let's for science this. Yeah, okay, the burn goes off first. Not sure what staggered you there, but I'll take it. It's almost certainly triggering another burn that I'm just not aware of. Okay, so I think there's 2 more things I need towards victory. I need to be able to deal with my debuffs a little bit better than I actually am doing right now. And the other thing is I need to generate Aether faster. On attack, heals the ally with the lowest health by 6. That's actually pretty nice. Whenever burn triggers on an enemy, applies burn to the enemy with the lowest amount of burn. Or on attack, consumes up to 1 fire Aether to deal 5 damage hit and apply 3 burn. I don't generate enough fire for this actually, so I can't take it. So it's one of these 2. This has a bit of synergy as well, because I've got a situation where if I attack a unit more than once on a turn, I trigger their burn. So I could like reapply burn to them to break them. So actually, I think this is actually disgusting. It would be nice to get more healing though. But I think I'll take Rising Fire. So I'm fairly certain it's really broken. If I change the type of a monster, does it change immediately? Does it change what traits they can roll? I think it changes what they can roll into the future. So I think there is like... I think there's a certain level of skill in a sense that... I could get a certain trait for a certain like class and a certain element that could work well with another trait from a different class or a different element. And it'd be worth changing that type then to try and find that other thing. But it would require like a insane amount of knowledge of the game. Which is one of the reasons why I say I think this is really disgustingly broken, but I might not be able to get the value from it just yet because I'm not familiar enough with the game. Whenever a buff is applied to this monster, 50% chance to apply another stack of the same buff, can't trigger with itself. No, not where I'm going anymore. Please. Alright, the crab scares me. Shiny Wolpertinger as well. I think we've got Shiny Wolpertinger. From memory, we do. Yeah, crabs scare me. I didn't generate air again. Okay. Actually, it's not that bad. Now that I look at the board state. I should attack with you first. I guess I'll just hit one of you nerds. I get you prepared for the future. That's you breaking. Because Chinook's ability is disgusting. Oh, I forgot to check what the Shadow Truth thing did. Or the Twisted form, where it's called. I just destroyed it and didn't pay attention to it. 18 different things just triggered. You should do this first. We've discussed this. I think we worked down the Crabulon. And I said I can break whoever I want, really. Because I think Cheruf's going to put burn on the unit with the least amount of burn, which is going to stagger it. You do get off your ritual, which is really annoying, but whatever. The Wolpertingers will have a lot of energy. Good for them. They're going to need it. They have all got dodge now, which is fairly annoying as well. I don't know how I triggered my own lamentation there, but I'll take it. I guess the bird thing counts as a hit? I'm not sure. I've also somehow removed your dodge stack, which is very nice. Yeah, the crab is so lazy to distort space to get towards me. Honestly, if you could do it, so would you. Alright, I'm feeling pretty good about this setup right now. I think we're in a very strong position. You ever claimed to not be lazy? Honestly, I felt a bit lazy yesterday, although I say this. I went to... I know I said I was going to do an illegal Saturday stream, but in my heart of hearts, I knew I wasn't, because I just felt a bit, like, burnt out on Friday night. I was like, I'm not going to wake up with the energy. But I actually woke up with enough energy to go take my dogs for a walk, so I went for a walk with the dogs. And I came back, and it was, like, 4 p.m. or something, and I was, like, pretty hot and sweaty, because it was, like, 14 degrees in the UK, which is all it takes for me to get too hot, because hits differently in the UK, I'm just saying it. And I got home, and I had like a little hour nap in front of a fan. Spanish people with siestas, you've got the right idea. I felt so much more refreshed after that. Not refreshed enough I went for a stream, but I certainly felt better. Okay, Thorns. Retaliate. Trigger the 2x4 earth water damage against the enemy. It's a free action. Applies 3 burn to target area as a free action. I might grab this, actually. I was very tempted to get this because the Retaliate's quite useful, but 3 burn is just a ability for me to remove a poise. For kind of free. I do need to generate the Aether. My issue is the Aether generation, but I'll figure something out. Consumes 2 burn amongst enemies as additional cost. Generates fire Aether. Free action. I found my Aether generator. It's this guy. And dude, the Black Mentos, I keep spending them, they keep giving me more. I'm very pro that. Excuse me, that's too many crabs. You've heard the Mediterranean habits are good for the heart and brain. It's funny you should say that. I was having like heart palpitations earlier. Like, am I dying? It's like, no, I think it's just like, it's just something that's come over me for a brief moment. It'll go away. And it did go away. Like, has this nap caused me 24 hours later to start having a heart attack? Probably not. Alright, let me steal your energy, sir. Yeah, let me steal your energy, actually, specifically. I have to do this first because I didn't generate enough Aether to start with. So even when the fan is the good part. To be fair, I didn't have it on full settings. I had it on, like, the lowest setting it can possibly give me. Wow, they're all kind of attacking the right guy anyway, so actually, this is not the worst thing. Okay, so one's going to redirect them, so I have to be aware of that. You can now do this. But if I do this to the first action, it's the wrong play. I need to do this. I actually need to generate more air. That's the issue right now. Well, one of the issues. Actually, just more Aether generally I need to generate is probably the big issue, but... So I don't get to pick for that as well, interestingly. That's fine, that's what I wanted to happen. Oh, I don't have enough for this. Okay, I still break you. I'm also a little bit concerned about the book, because the book can just do some real bullshit. And I'm kind of just letting him do his own thing. I think he's like two of the scariest enemies in this game, at least on this floor. The crab generates like infinite mana, and the book likes to spend infinite mana. I still think the alligator might be the scariest enemy, though. He's really, really scary. Alright, you can be eradicated. But sure, I'm also eradicating the book. I guess I'm burning the weakest unit. Yep, that's going to stagger you. Maybe I should have killed this guy. Look at the situation I'm in. It's fine. He can't be doing too much damage, right? And Gargoyle, you can just push this guy. I should have also done it in a different order, because I could have passed the temporary strength on, I think. Okay, so the book is ready to do some bullshit. By the way, they have 12 wild Aether right now. That's the crabs. And now the book is doing the bullshit ability, which is just an unknown ability. So that's kind of scary. Let's remove this guy off the board. More shields. Yeah, this could be really bad. Well, I mean, I don't know what the random thing is. Sometimes it's not terrible, but... I've got weakness on them. I mean, it's pretty scary. Like, we took a lot there. Fortunately, though, we're pretty strong. Alright, I'm pretty certain we're breaking you this turn. Or, I'd say breaking you. By breaking you, I mean, like, tearing the book pages out of your book. We've been staggered. You have no health. It's more than staggered. Right. Steal enemy Aether is a free action. All enemies applies 3 burn. I should consider this because I don't have all attack yet. And I don't want to consume Fire Aether right now. Let's take Burn Wave. Oh, I just get crit chance and evasion. Nah. I like my drum. Okay, we have another Aether Spring as well, which I think you always go to Aether Springs when they show up. They're very powerful. And the real... Are you okay? The real question is, do I put anything else into my guys now? So if I was going to do something, what would I do? I'm pretty happy with the Gargoyle now for everything it's doing. It's really... It's really need to get more redirect on this guy, but I think I've got the traits for it. I kind of wouldn't mind removing poison off you, to be honest with you, because I'm not going to do poison anymore. But that being said, it's on Schadenfreude, so I can't fully, like, get rid of it. So I guess I just leave it. And I'm fairly content with what you've got. Maybe I changed my elements a little bit, but... like, I'm actually okay with everything. Yeah, I'm okay with everything. I think I just leave it. I think I've hit the point now where I'm happy with my build. So let's not worry about it. Generate into water Aether. Generate into wind Aether. I literally said my issue is I don't generate enough wind Aether to start battles with, so we're going to take the wind option. You're actually pretty good either way. Okay. Schadenfreude, I think that's a book, and that's the hook. Let's deal with that Schadenfreude, because it can get really scary when you have two Schadenfreudes both putting debuffs on one another, and both getting buffs for it. It turns the game very volatile. I don't want that. Right, one wind. We are going to do this instantaneously. So you're going to get 2 poison or 2 bird and terror, right? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I see the problem here. I'm just going to purge you. And then ignite you. So, a kind of weak turn, but... equally, I'm not getting hit, so... well, hit that hard. In fact, I'm not getting hit, actually. Can you break through 6 shields? No. So now I'd like to do this, but I do need a bit more fire, which I can generate. This is why I have this burn conversion. I strip your burn off. I somehow applied more burn after stripping the burn off, which is very good for me. And now I do an AoE attack, which is going to apply burn, which is going to remove poise, which is going to slowly break all your asses. And also, obviously, apply burn. The Mephisto now should be hitting like a truck. Get this guy off the board. And I don't need the redirection, strictly speaking, right now. So I'll actually take a hit. Your health's a bit lower than I thought. Well, you're not killing me, right? I should have really have looked what the damage was here. Okay, well, that's Leafless. Currently incoming. I would like to generate a Water Aether game, which I can do as long as I attack with you. Schadenfreude is dead to burn. Heal me, please. Also, break the book. You don't even consider it. The sidekick is really strong. With the, if you attack an enemy twice, trigger the burn. I should have thought about it a bit more. Okay, well, the chef's screwed. And the book, to be honest with you, kind of screwed. I mean, so far this feels really good. Not your strongest run yet of all time, but it's pretty solid. We're definitely in the marketplace as well now to get rid of monster souls, because I only need it for the fusion. And I'm not planning to do it anymore. On support action, converts a random Aether into wild Aether and shield cell for 2. Okay, that could actually replace the drum. It's nice to get the debuff cleanse whenever I use a support action, but it's actually fairly minor. And this will generate me more wild Aether, which is kind of... more Aether in general, which is kind of what I want. And the shield self isn't terrible. But I think we are in the marketplace for a better drum. I think the drum is outright the better item, it's just... I don't have any special quirks with it. Again, I think I deal with Schadenfreude. I always go back to this, but I think in the demo it was... The one memorable loss I had was against this Bat and Schadenfreude. I think it was 2 Bats and a Schadenfreude. And I just got absolutely obliterated by an AoE attack from them with Terror. And it's always stuck in my brain since then. But I never let it happen again. Okay, so you can only block one of these attacks. I didn't see who the order was. I think it's you going first. However, I could just break you. I have a lot of fire Aether here to use. Actually, no, sorry, it is breaking, but it's at least doing a lot of burn. Okay. I lowered the poise. It wasn't a completely washed turn. I actually can do this as well this time. Again, I can't quite remember what's happening here. I know that Sharuf is applying burn every so often to the lowest enemy. I think that's what's triggering right now. When I just stagger a random enemy. But I forgot what the condition was to trigger that. Turns out you don't really need to know what's going on in the course of the run. I could actually stagger every single enemy on the board as well, which is probably not my best idea. I should really just kill one of them off. But it's kind of fun. I really miss you there. Alright, this is why you shouldn't fuck around, to be honest with you. I'm actually going to use you first so I get the debuffs on this guy instead of my tanky unit, because I think my tanky unit needs the health. Why am I not allowed to do this? Because I don't have enough... Fire? Oh, it's Earth. Sorry, it needs 3 Earth. I can't count. Alright, I guess AoE Fire. Although I kind of want to do AoE Healing. Is that strange right now with my health the way it is? Probably not. How are you only hitting every other hit? I don't quite understand what's going on here. I should probably check. Okay, so Schadenfreude is now dead, I believe. You'll die to burn. So you don't need to attack him. You can attack the bat instead, which I think means the bat is also dead. That could have been awkward if the timing was... Sorry, if they were healing allies, that could have been awkward. But no, we get a double pop. I probably should just punch you. To not take the burn damage. On attack, consumes up to one fire aether to do burn. No. Instead of shields and allies vanishing. No. For every 4 burn applied to enemies, generates fire aether. Yeah. That's what I want. At the end of your turn, deals a fire ward hit to all enemies. Damage equals debuffs cleansed or consumed from allies this round. Theoretically, that does do something. Because I have Lamentation of Woes. If the action applied debuffs to the enemies applies no debuffs another time to the enemies and to self. Very scary. I'm not taking it. When a debuff stack is applied to this monster, applies the same debuff to another ally or enemy. This is too scary. I'll take Conversion Pact. Right, someone can gain health. I'll split this around a little bit. I'll put on Mephisto. I think everyone's now taking a 5 health boost. That's the boss, which could be a new boss to be fair, so... Oh my god, I nearly ran into Mephisto. Alright, let's take Mephisto. Actually, it's going to be pretty spooky as well. It's 3 Mephistos all applying debuffs. Extremely volatile game state we're about to go into. We might want to use an item, in fact. You know those things, the items that I'm allowed to use, and I haven't really used other than the capture them option. These ones. Right. Let me work you down. I thought I was going to break you, to be honest with you. How has it not broke you? Alright, whatever. Yeah, a lot of debuffs happening right now. We've done some decent cleansing here. I think it means Mephisto's going to attack. And also Terror gets debuffed as gets removed as they get hit, so I think Mephisto's gonna do a really big damage hit. Speaking of a really big damage hit, that's a really big damage hit you're trying to do to me. Kinda don't respect that. Okay. Raw. Conversion, please. AoE fire. So one of the Mephistos is broken. I could break another one here. Or I could just kill someone, which might be the best course of action. Well, actually, I could just kill you instead. That might be an even better course of action. It really is. Just one-shot this guy. The purge doesn't really matter. And Truth needs one little burn hit and he's staggered as well. So I think Mephisto might be dead. Mephisto is definitely dead. He's going to die to the burn. Just in case there's a risk, I'll just hit him. I'm fairly certain I was okay. A rare occurrence, I'll attack with you. Okay, healing +1. Whenever an ally is healed to full health, cleanse 2 corruption from them. For every Aether purchase stolen by allies, applies a burn to them with the lowest amount of burn. On attack, consumes up to a fight. No. I can see a world where cleanse corruption is good, but I don't really heal that much. But we could potentially get some more healing later. And actually, just a healing +1 might be nice. Because remember, Taruf is my healer, strictly speaking. It might not look like it because he just attacks every single turn, but he is the support here. Ooh, another skull? I don't mind if I do, actually. In fact, that might be better than the meteor, to be honest with you. Although the wild aether is very, very useful, so it probably isn't, actually. Maybe on you, though, because you do apply fire fairly consistently. Fuck it. Another skull, please. Flaming Dog's not the stereotypical healer. Yeah, I see that. I take your point. So I guess we go for the merchant here. I'm not even going to look at you. Oops. I can have another skull. I'm going to buy another blank memento. I'm just going to catch them all. I'll take another free soul if you don't mind. But power an ally? Nah. Sure. I'll buy it. Okay, well, this is the new boss. Or one of the two new bosses. I like the aesthetic. Weird, like, ghost centaur thing. Alright, who's this guy? This guy is Dullahad. Fair enough. Bane of Living is his trait. On attack of an enemy, applies 4 Bane to that enemy. What's Bane, please, game? I don't see where you say what Bane is. An additional 1 Bane for every 4 damage dealt by shield. Once an enemy has 31 Bane, Reaper can be used. Okay, so it's just something to trigger Reaper, I guess. What is Reaper? We'll find out, I suppose. Or at the start of your turn, shield all allies for 3. Triggers 1 more time for allies with 50% or less health. On every 4 attacks from allies, purge an enemy aether. So you're a Purge Lord. Shields everyone on bleed. Generate wild aether. The fuck is the... He's got Reaper, but I don't know what the ability is. It doesn't say. You've got some more Bane, so it's a new gimmick, I guess, called Bane. And you like to shield yourself. Okay, well... I don't know if I've learned anything from this, but we'll say we did. Get burned. First course of action, burn him. Second of all, course of action, redirect. I don't even need it right now, but the redirect still is giving me some defensive traits, so it's still worth applying. Now I can burn the bird off you to give me fire aether. Which then lets me do this if I want to, but actually it's not a great deal for me. I think this is the better deal. I just slowly burn off your poise. I guess the final thing is, do I actually want to use any of my items this turn? I probably should do, but... Sorry, what were you doing as well? You could have put bleed on me? I kind of don't care, buddy. Wait, have I got bait on me? Okay. Okay, so now he's gonna do shield self, deals damage to target equal to the amount of shield of monster, and the Hellfire Slash, which is Bane target and Bane self, interestingly. Now, what I can do here, buddy, is a little thing called purging you. And you know what? I will use this and bring him back. And he's going to purge you again. Because purge is OP in this game. I do have 13 Bane on, which is the bad number, I think. At 40 now, actually, strictly speaking. Okay. I guess I should just do this. It's kind of pointless because I don't need the fire right now, but... And I guess you apply burn again. And then redirect. So let's see what this Reaper attack is. Was that it? Was it just a big swing? What the fuck is this? It's a crystal ball. Aether Reaper. Consume 13 bane on target. Steals for Aether. Okay, so it's a purge. Alright. Alright. That's actually not that scary. Anyway, I'm going to break you. I feel like I somewhat counter you to be fair as well, because the Bane is a debuff, I assume. So you're powering up Mephisto, actually, at an alarming rate. By the way, getting my Pokeball thing. By legally distinct Pokeball. I think you keep roaring as well, buddy. I think you top everyone up while you can. And now you just fucking go hammer this guy. Give him all the burn. He has 50 stacks of burn on him right now. Yeah, that's pretty good. He lost like a quarter of his health that turn. How do I have so much shielding as well? I don't quite understand. I won't complain, but I had a lot of shields there. Okay, so what's this thing? Oh, it's a different action, so the Reaper actions are different. If the enemy has 150 or less health, sets their health to 1. Excuse me? That is so unbelievably illegal. It cannot be allowed to occur. I can't stop it now that I look at it. Alright. Assuming it goes first, though. The first guy is going to be okay, because the second attack isn't going into him. So we might be okay here. You actually might want to just do the damage this turn. Because I think the shielding is going to be pointless. So I need another Earth. Which I'm not going to get. We have so much fire, I should just do this. Oh my god, he's dead. Alright, well, this guy is pretty scary from the looks of things. His insta-kill ability, probably not something you want to get hit by. And I say insta-kill, it leaves you on 1, but... Assuming I had a debuff on me, which I do, I actually have 3 sets of poison. I think it would have just instantly killed the gargoyle. So yeah, pretty scary. Fortunately, I've decided to not allow him to play the game. Okay, reroll skills will gain 5 max health. It would honestly take me a lot to change anything right now. That is somewhat tempting, though. The heal wouldn't be bad, but I think we just stick with what we've got. Actually, what are your abilities? Sorry, I can't even remember. Yeah, I mean, I use all of these. I guess Toxic Slash is the one which is a bit like, do I ever use this? Situationally, no, I would want to. Alright, converts the element of the first hit into wild damage. Healing goes up, heal upkeep goes up. By up, it means you get heal upkeep. It could be worth putting on this guy, rather than putting a ton of burn on. It turns your first hit into wild damage. Your wild damage is gonna break poise. And actually, you do heal. But you know what? I'll swap it. Also, Mephisto is getting jealous. It's like, I've got a skull. You're not allowed to skull as well. That's my thing. Whatever. I was going to say, I should probably check this thing first, but who cares? I'm not going to use it. Right. Give me another blank memento. And I think I'm pretty happy. Guessing we should take that because it's free. I'll take that because why not? Purging is good. Aether Spring, don't mind if I do. Okay, so theoretically there could be another boss on this floor. So I'd like to save one of my blank mementos for the boss fight. Start of your turn, heal all your monsters by 4. Your monsters gain 5% evasion and 5% crit chance. I think this will be so much more valuable for me. The crit chance kind of doesn't matter. Actually, hold on a sec. Can I... Oh, God. Can I sneak around here for a second? Please, the box. Alright, get him from the high ground. We need to kill this Medusa rapidly. She's theoretically my counter. Because she can cleanse debuffs. And then attack me because of it. Fortunately for me, she has fire as a weakness, so... Poor planning on your part, to be honest with you. Right, I burn you. I use this then as the fuel to give me some more fire. I AoE fire you guys. It's really look what the Tattleworms are up to, but we'll say this is fine. Medusa is broken, which is excellent. Keep putting the damage into Medusa. And then I guess you're still doing this. Always be redirecting. Alright, AoE poison, very annoying. However, you're just really buffing Mephisto. Jesus, 40 seconds of poison. Thank God you're not allowed to retaliate this turn, Medusa, because I broke you. We have to kill Medusa, like, now, basically. I'm just going to instantly kill you. Because I don't want to get hit by a Lamentation. If I can find some way as well to spread the burn stacks around when you die, then this run goes into, like, the moon territory. Currently, we're still within the stratosphere. Only just, though. You've got the ability to do the AoE attack, so you know what? Do it. Break this guy. And Tattleworm, what are you up to? The bottom Tattleworm? Just doing a base attack. You're doing it into this guy, though. Telling you right now. Yeah, that 8 heal per turn is very nice, actually. Again, it's going to take me a lot to not just take this. If something says give myself redirect to, I probably would have considered it. Winterguard is actually somewhat interesting, though, because I do want a way to, like, protect myself from my own debuffs. So actually, it is kind of in the marketplace for what I want, but... Hold on, what would I get rid of? I wouldn't roll, though. I want the cheap option. I guess I could get rid of Stone Punch, and I wouldn't feel too unhappy about it. You know what? Actually, I'll take Winter Guard. Let's get rid of Stone Punch. I'm just never pushing this button. If I ever need AoE shields, we've got the option now. And I still get a redirect. Again, it will take a lot for me to take anything from you, which I know I just said and took something, but it really is true. I mean, again, that's actually quite nice. It's just whether I can generate the Aether for this. But the heal would be nice. I very rarely use Grapple, but I think it's good to have it. I do use you. I occasionally use you. But you're like the backup in case Burn Wave doesn't go up. I think I'm actually okay here. It's a really low healing comp for me. But I think that's fine. And we still have items as well, which can kind of like... They can kind of keep me topped up. Alright, not Golduck. I'd have left you alone if you just stayed hidden in the bush. Alright, other enemies I am scared of. These Naga guys, I really don't like them. Let's start working them down. Because your thing is, right, you gain force, and while you have force, you dodge the first hit and retaliate off it. It's really hard to counterplay. It's a lot of damage coming out, though, I will say this. I should have considered purging that, actually, to be fair. That might have been a misplay. I'm fairly certain I could have stopped both of you getting focus, which would have probably been the smart person play. Yeah, that might have been the smart person play now I think about it. I could also just use the item, I suppose. Heartbright. Alright, let's stop this. Should definitely have used it on the other one as well. Don't know what I'm really thinking there. So I could have broke you. Alright, whatever. We'll have to deal with one of them getting force on them. Where is all the shielding coming as well? I need to check what my build is right now. I know it sounds stupid, but there's so many things going on. Especially with, like, fusing stuff onto creatures. I just don't exactly remember what I put on anymore. You've got some ability to get shielding. Is it shielding when you're removing debuffs? Is that what's on you or something? Or is it on one of my guys? I don't quite get it. Yeah, should have really looked what they were up to before I did this. Just locked it in. But again, it's 3 poise removed across the board. It's so nice. It's just so hard not to push the button. Then I can just delete someone, which I guess will delete you. Now it renders like all thought irrelevant because the battle is just over. I guess one thing I should be aware of now, I often on these builds have like an ability I have to push every single battle because it gives you like max health or removes corruption. I actually do have that now. So I should have you heal to remove corruption. Not I think I've got any on me right now, but it's a good habit to get into. If you want to know the scary thing as well, like, I'm doing pretty well in all the battles right now. I feel like I'm better placed to beat bosses. Maybe not the final boss, but just generic guys. Like Manus. He's going to have a really bad time versus me. What was this again? Magical Nectar. Replace a perk of Gargoyle, Mephisto, or Taruf. Hold on a second. The perks are defense, health, shielding. No, that's fine. Debuff mitigation, poison damage, earth affliction or something, or damage. No. Actually, I'd get rid of your crit chance. I'd feel okay with that. Okay, let's replace one of Charu's perks. This one. Increase Aether damage or defense. I think Aether is more important than anything here. Just to get the engines going. Oh god, it's 2 crocodiles. I probably shouldn't fight though, I should just leave them alone. But I'll try it. It's sort of my nightmare battle. Alright, I'll try and leave the Sphinx alone because it can't do anything when it's the last unit on the table. AoE bird. Don't mind if they do. So this will break one of you. This won't break one of you. That's only one bird. Surely I checked if I'm surviving this turn. I assume I am. But it feels bad to not break one of the crocodiles here. Oh my god, they've got buffs as well now. Yeah, that's... A lot of my health is just evaporated. Okay. We have to break someone this turn, which basically means I'm pushing this button. One staggered. Sphinx is probably going to get staggered over the course of this turn. Actually, stun you not already. How did that not stag you? What's going on here? Retaliate, generate Aether. Don't know if they didn't trigger it. Okay, let me push Winterguard to give my guys massive shielding. It might be time to push the heal button as well here, to be honest with you. Let's do it. Let's take a heal. Because then I can keep the aggression up. Actually, there's really no point in me doing that either. I'll just try and work one down. I have been spreading the damage in the previous versions of these battles, but I actually really respect these crocodiles. I just want to get one off the board. So much damage, man. Like, I'm glad I did the heal, because I think I was dead otherwise. Okay, let's break this guy. Maybe it's the first time you burn them, it breaks poise, now that I think about it. Perhaps that's the difference. Alright, remove this guy off the table. I should probably start pushing the heal button. I can't push the heal button. I can't afford it. Okay. I will leave Sphinx in a really, really tight spot. Basically, the dead. I doubt they can out-heal the burn now. I can even guarantee it. But I think I'll hit you instead. I need one more Earth Aether. Actually, let me do this. I was gonna say, there's no way this isn't a kill. Because if I hit you again, I trigger your burn anyway, so you're kind of cooked. Literally cooked. Now, I think a base attack here will kill you. Also, in this situation, the things can't really hurt me anymore. Alright, I think that's about as bad a battle as we can ask for. We got through relatively comfortably. Okay, this is the last skill I get. The start of your turn shield all allies for 3. Triggers one more time for allies with 15 or less health. Start of your turn, trigger burn on each enemy with 3 or more burn. Applies 3 burn to this monster for each one. Excuse me? So scary. It'd be really good, though, to be honest with you. Consumes up to 1 fire Aether. No, you've been offered me this like 8 times. I don't want it. I'll try overheat, but I think we could fall over. Whenever this monster receives or applies shield, applies poison to the enemy with the lowest amount of poison. Could be insane, actually. Start of your turn, cleanse 2 debuffs from each ally. Whenever a debuff is cleansed from an ally, shields them for 2. Also going to be really strong, actually. Whenever an ally reaches 4 debuff stacks, applies power and shields them for 4. They're all really good, actually. I think we don't go with toxic shielding just purely because I'm not really a poison, like... I don't have the poison stuff to enable it. I think this could be really nice, though. Just keep the debuffs off. It's actually quite good on the final boss as well. I know this guy wants debuffs, but, like, it just tones it down slightly. It won't remove it. Oh, another Blind Memento. I don't know if they changed the drop rate of that, but I feel like I'm getting so many of them now compared to what I used to. Alright. So what are my options here? Chef, epic loot, or a shop? Let's go see the chef. I think you can buy worthiness right from this guy. Is that the gimmick? Please. Yeah. It can be worth doing this to some degree just to keep leveling them up. I'll put on Mephisto. Okay, I possibly should have... No, that's fine. I got it to level 4. That's okay. I was going to say, we should have put on the Gargoyle if I was not going to get leveled otherwise. It's Shiny Medusa. Shiny Medusa, you need to die. And 2 Nixes. This could be pretty spooky. I think we caught... In fact, we definitely caught Shiny Medusa. We were talking about putting it on the squad before. But yeah, these are Poison Lords, the Nixes. Okay. Burn you. Get the engine chugging along by removing the burn off you now. I don't quite have enough for AoE fire. I need to generate more fire. Which we might be able to do. If I do this, you're taking every single attack. Which might actually be fine. Yeah, let's do that, actually. What is that that's doing the thing? Is it this? Break poise. How am I doing this? Oh, Burning Desire is what's giving me the shielding. Okay. I have no idea. I still don't know what's giving me the insane shields. Anyway. Give me AoE fire now. Break the poise. And that's your ass. Well, at least it's staggered. And then we absolutely have to kill you next turn. Before Lamentation of Woe starts causing me woes. My Gargoyle has 9 stacks of poison. Okay, that trait might have been a little bit too scary then. It did a lot of damage though, but he's going to take a lot of damage for the sake of it. Oh my god. Alright. Fine, Lamentation of Woes will help him. I was gonna say, you're on a lamentation now, right? Yeah, you are. Wait, you're gonna trigger the other lamentation back? Okay, you don't. That's a great thing. I really need this to go off. Old. Oh, I really could have done with it. I could have done with another wind as well now I think about it. That's fine, we can make this work. This kills, right? Oh, wait, no, I need earth. This will kill, I'm pretty certain. So I should hit you, actually. We might want to use an item here just to make everything very safe. But yeah, that's your ass. And then, am I okay to leave things as they are? I mean, you can't get the shielding here. This is... That's 32 damage, which is pretty frightening. But you do have 24 shields, and similarly, you're doing the same thing. The heal's the annoying part of it. I'm just gonna save my items. They're gonna be so mega greedy. Have I done so much damage in a single attack before? Yeah, I definitely have. We had another fire build full enough where I was spending fire Aether to like bump up the damage. I think I hit someone for like 200 plus damage. You know, I didn't really account for poison in my calculations, which I probably should have done. You have 29 bad stacks on you right now, gargoyle friend. Alright, we might want to do this to break them both. Oh yeah, this is your ass. They can just base attack you now and kill you. Okay. Kind of spooky again. No, to be fair, like, I shouldn't use items, so... I'm making it, like, harder than it needs to be. And we're still doing well. For every 50 healing of your allies, generate a wild Aether. This actually could track now because I've got a spring that's healing me, so it could actually work. Any other turn dealer water hit to all enemies. Damage is equals to 1 for every 4 healing received by allies this round. Doesn't trigger retaliate. I mean, that's pretty good as well, to be completely honest with you, because I heal by the shrine, right? And you keep trying to give me this, but I don't want it. I might take Blood Pact. Also, you've got the lance, so you're going to do a wild damage hit. So it's going to be really, really obnoxious. I'm going to take it. I assume this works as well. It's about the 8th skull I've seen this run. I think it's just the skulls of my enemies. No. It takes a lot for me to replace anything right now. It just seems to be working so well. Okay, I could leave if I want to. However, I'm a greedy boy. I just want to doubly make sure we do win, so... Again, Golduck I would have left you there if you just hid in the... I guess the paving slabs in this case. I don't really know where you were hiding, actually. Can you phase through the earth? Right. The Scorpion is also vaguely frightening. I think the Scorpion is when a guy or an ally uses earth hits, you apply poison, which could get it, like, out of hand. So let's just not let you do it. Or I'll try not to let you do it. If only I had one more earth. If only I didn't remove earth off you. That's fine. More bird. And you're all just doing support actions right now, which doesn't really frighten me. I probably would be scared if it actually read what the abilities do. It's a bit like The Simpsons, you know. Oh, it wasn't The Simpsons. It was Arthur, right? It was DW from Arthur. It's like, this side would bother me if I could read. Okay, they all have a lot of force now. Fortunately, the Sphinx can't use that because it can't attack me. The other guys are a little bit more spooky, though. Alright, let me just obliterate this guy if you don't mind. Although, hold on a minute, I'm not really obliterating right now. More burn on him. Now, before I push the big AoE button, am I okay with the big AoE button being pushed? Theoretically, yes, I am. And then this should be a really big hit. Yes, you die. Before I do this... Oh, we've still got another turn. That's fine. I was going to say, we might want to use something here to not let Goldduck attack me. What are you actually doing? 32 damage and putting 2 dodge on yourself. Kind of annoying. Alright, I'll just shield everyone. I might have to leave Goldduck to last now. We'll see. Or you might just die to the... the immense amount of fire. Oh my god, I don't know what happened there, but I triggered, like... So many fires went off then. I think it was the gargoyle triggering the... his weird thing where he's, like, puts fire on himself. Tome. Single target attack does weakness. Burn goes up. Aether chance goes up. Debuff mitigation goes up. It's probably actually quite good on you. But it's kind of a shame because I do like your support action turns things into wild action. But actually you get all the debuffs on you, so you know what? It's time to change. Right. Who do I want to cultivate? Mephisto, Gargoyle, or Truth? Let me... I mean, I don't really care. It's the actual answer. Let me do Gargoyle. Let me do Burn. Actually, I should have used that to gain a level. That would have been a much smarter choice. Yeah, that was a misplay. To be fair, it might not matter because I think there's another enemy left. Right. Maybe not. Maybe it's a bit of a fuck up from me. Also, Gargoyle gets all healing now. Or max health. Because he's going to apply all the debuffs on himself. Okay, there's no one left. I guess we go to the shop then. Nah, not interested. Again, not really interested. And definitely not interested. Do I need another blank mentor? How many do I have? I can't remember anymore. I'll take that, because why not? I guess I'll take Antidote Flask in case I really, really need the debuff mitigation. Sure, let's push the experience button. Nice, okay. It was like a 66% chance it was going to be a good result. Okay, so this was meant to give me burn options, but it's only giving me alchemical charge. Purge 2 enemy Aether is a burn, otherwise applies 3 burn. Okay. I mean, I get it, but it's not really what I was after. Snowmat could be fun as well, but I really just want to give you more and more max health. So, I'm happy. I'll roll the dice again. This time it's 33% chance. Okay. Alright, let's see if it's a new boss. I'm going to say yes, it's a new boss. Why have you got friends? Okay, my theory is I need to deal with the friends first. So let's go after the friends. Oh my god, he's adorable. I didn't know what I was looking at, but it's like Shadow Lion getting ridden by a goat. Or I guess it might be a satyr or something. Alright, what are you actually called? Eidolon. Oh, Eidos, sorry. So your signal trait is Eidolon. Whenever a buff on another ally gets consumed, except for redirect or cooking, stores a dormant copy of that buff on Eidolon. Up to a limit of 7, Awaken can be used once this limit is reached. What is Awaken, please? When an ally reaches 2 force stacks, it generates 2 random Aether. On dedicated support action, applies a force to each ally. So this seems a bit more supportive than other bosses. Target generates 2 random Aether, gets sidekick. Force on everyone. You can put force on people, you can heal people. So yeah, you're actually more of a supportive boss. That's really interesting. Okay. Right, so first things first, I need to kill his friends. I think that is the game plan here, actually. Now that I've seen what you're offering me, I should deal with it. Also, I don't have a fire Aether. That's fine, I can make this work. Just do a base attack here. We might want to use an item, in fact. Actually, we definitely want to use an item. Let me roll a command you again to have another turn. Let me ignite you. That should generate me some fire Aether back. For this. Wow, I didn't break you. Okay, and then we'll do redirect here. Should really know what the boss is up to as well. I just kind of set my turn as like, this will be fine. Volcanic Uprise. You gave everyone force. Which is really scary with these guys because they're going to dodge a hit now, right? I need a really cool goat rolling maneuver. And then you had sidekick. Okay. This looks scary, is all I'm going to say. Sidekick is a really strong buff to have on yourself. I've done a full sidekick build before, and it's really, really powerful. So if they're doing it, expect scary things. You're hitting me 3 times. What the hell? Awaken. Awakens all the dormant buffs. 3x9 fire earth damage against target. It's also a free action. Of course it is. This is AoE heal, and sidekick to self, and force to everyone. You guys are real jabronis. Has anyone told you that? Let me try to break this guy, but I'm a bit scared about retaliation. They can't retaliate. They've had the force burnt off them with sidekick. Excellent news. Also, I somehow triggered the lamentation, which is going to say it's going to stagger you. More fuel for the fuel god. I'll slowly take all your fire poise off if you don't mind. One of them's basically dead. Hold on. I should really calculate this. I think I'm always pushing this button to remove debuffs and also to get redirect and also to get shielding. But what do I do with you? Do I just pick up the kill? Or do I reset someone? I probably just reset someone. I could also purge them, which is probably not a bad idea. Let's just do it. I somehow applied burn on that. I don't understand, but I've stopped the awaken now. And I'm going to redirect a hit. It's probably this one, right? Which is a lot of damage, to be honest with you. And someone's going to take this damage, which is quite a lot of damage. Okay. Cool. Let me just pick up the kill here. Get him off the board. I was so close to breaking him. Wait. No, I'm not going to break him. Seismic healing goes off, which is actually kind of irrelevant right now because the burn stack is all I'm really bothered about. The Lion of the Goat, the Master. I think it's the Goat. I actually kind of dig this guy. I really like the cool aesthetic of the lion, especially like with blue and like smoky, ghosty particles, and then the cuteness of the lamb. It kind of like complements one another. I'm very much on board with the idea of it. All right, let's break this guy, I suppose, by burning him. Then I'll capture him in a not Pokeball. Have I caught them? No, it's the first time I've ever seen them. They're also a new thing with the patch. Eidos caught. I'm probably pushing this button. I mean, actually, I should wait for a second. I might need the damage, actually, here. On the gargoyle. Okay, we can blow people up here. Wow, I did not realize you had Forcer when I did that attack. That's my bad. And I give you shielding had I noticed. Anyway, we pick up a kill here. We'll just play this smart. Let's get shielding. And redirect. And remove my burn. I didn't even see how much this is doing in terms of damage. It could just be one-shotting me. A precision meteor. 29 damage is pretty good. Not bad. Well done, 29 damage. Well done, nice try. I think you're in trouble now, though. This isn't even the optimal play, but I'm just trying to remove a bit of corruption. It's really pointless, but... I think this is going to do Omega damage, though, right? Actually, not as much as I thought. Okay. That's lethal, though, if I do this. I think. Unless there's some healing I'm not aware of. Because you'll die to burn. Okay, not gonna lie, that didn't feel that hard. I feel like the Dullahan was way harder. But it might just be I have like the perfect build from I don't know. Again, I could read this, but I'm not paid to read, I'm paid to lead. So I'm just gonna take the max health options and go on with life. Please. Right. Final boss. Whenever a buff is applied to this monster, 25% chance to apply another stack of the same buff. I don't really buff myself, so that's not really what I'm after. I'll take this. I guess I'll take this, because why not? I guess I should have looked at what this was, but whatever. It's fine. I've given myself something that can theoretically generate me Aether. Alright, can we get... I don't even know where we're up to with the B to B to B to B. I think it's like... Honestly, it might be 10 plus at this point. Maybe something else will happen as well, because we've not been here with the... What's this guy called? The Fusionist or something? I forgot what his name was. Any new lines, Chernobyl, whatever you're called? I was going to say, I win awards for the most garish team. I have blue and gold, purple and green, and like, you know, lava colors. All clash. Farewell. No, he has nothing new to say to me, okay. Right, theoretically, I think every time I've come to this guy with a burn build, I've had issues, because you can't really burn the hands. So, We could have some issues here, is what I'm saying. Hopefully we're fine. I have rolled somewhat poorly in the sense that I kind of want to be wind on his hands right now. I guess I'll just hit him. Actually, I'll get the redirect going instantaneously. I shouldn't change from the planned route. This time I should just hit you, right? I can't break your hands, I think. Oh no, I can put some earth damage into you. Never mind. Right, I gave you earth element earlier. Okay, I'll slowly work down your earth hand. Well, this is one of the reasons why I wanted the water lamentation, just to give me some coverage for this guy. Alright, snap. I see the grand plan here. Just gonna let my guys do their thing, are you? Again, he doesn't have wind up right now, so I can't really do anything with this. Although I say this, I can't break this hand, I suppose. Which will free a guy. And I guess I just purge you again for another turn. That's it for purging for now. Although I say this, I could use the whip as well, I suppose. And I think we just keep the redirect up. It's actually quite nice that he's attacking me right now, because I'm saving the redirect for later. And also, this unit gets reduced damage. Or, sorry, it gets increased defense when it gets more retaliation. So, I'm just not going to get hit. Okay, so 2 units are going to be free this turn. And we have almost no corruption, so when he summons some friends, which is what he's doing literally right now, they're going to be really weak. Another Mephisto is really scary, though. Oh, come on. Alright, somehow I've staggered 2 of you. In fact, I've killed 1 of you. I really wanted to push this button, but I guess I won't. I really want to do something different, but I should break his hands. Actually, I can do my purge ability on you instead. Gets me another earth down. In fact, more than 1 earth, because I'm going to break you, and it was a wild hit first. Then I can whip you. Because again, this is why I say purge is so strong. All I need to do is just, like, stall him. And eventually my build is going to come online. I'm not even, like, playing the game properly yet. And I still have got so much burn on this guy. Like, 20 burn on him already. I'm just going to keep redirecting him. I think I just don't need to change my course. And when he starts putting terror on me, I can purge it off with the AoE option. Oh yeah, well done, you've doom ballooned me. Congratulations. And now finally I'm free to do what I want. Burn him. Cleanse the debuffs and give you redirect. I was going to say, Lamentation's probably going to trigger again. I mean, just... I have so much fire, you might as well. And the more and more I burn you, the scarier and scarier it's going to get for you. I probably shouldn't even do the acceleration option anymore. I just wanted to make sure I had more fire for the future, but... For every 4 debuff stacks amongst monsters, I'm just going to stoke the flames. To be honest with you, I might as well just use another item, because why not? Give him another turn. Even more burn, maybe. I could also purge him, which actually seems quite good here. Alright, my tank has got all the debuffs on him, but that's fine. He wants the debuffs because he likes the Lamentation of Woes you, which is going to trigger, I think. Right? I lost 5 terror that turn. Surely it triggers. Oh, he doesn't. Okay, fair enough. I won't complain. You're going to break. $20 stacks of Fire Aether right now. We'll just send all the big hits into you. And you know what? I don't care about the corruption anymore. I'll deal with it. Only one unit needs to live this battle. And then you know what, buddy? Have another go. More corruption. Alright, he has 130 stacks of bird on him now. Which is fairly powerful in case you weren't keeping track. I'll even let this guy have a swing. He's not doing anything in this battle. There you go. Have a nice little kick. Put some weakness on him as well. And he's dead. Very, very easy. Probably not the strongest build, as I said, but like, very, very solid. And ladies and gentlemen, we only get one chance to first time winners. I can't remember what he's actually called now. I know it's the Fusion update, but he's not called the Fusionist. What are you called, nerd? I can't remember what you're called. Does it say anywhere here? I forgot what he's called. But anyway, the new character, we only get one chance to win the game first time, and we do it. And actually, we also caught 6 little friends along the way. That's pretty good. And saw the 2 new bosses. We achieved great things. Why are you guys here? So it's just... I guess it's just random guys I've caught now just back at the settlement. Fair enough. Can I see what I'm called? I forgot what my guy's called. What was my name? Alchemist, that's right, the Aether Alchemist. There you go. Anyway, that's going to do it for this episode of YouTube. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, why don't you leave a like and subscribe? Everyone helps me out. I'll see you again next time. Bye.